Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I'm making a salad with herbed baked goat cheese and vinaigrette. This is going to be going with chicken cutlets today. Okay, now I didn't make any Melba bread to make Melba toast, so I went and bought their Jewish crackers and I grounded them up. Now you're going to need, they say, 2 cups of Melba toast, which is, 2 cups. They want you to blend that up. Well, I did crackers. Now you need 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and you're going to put it in with those crackers. Well, the Melba toast, you're going to use the Melba toast. And yes, I have a Melba toast recipe. You make the bread and then you dry it up and you end up with the toast. But I didn't have time to do that because I'm cleaning. So I did the next best thing, and that was to buy their crackers. Sometimes I have to do that, make substitutes, but that's all right. I do it all the time. Anybody who's been on my channel long enough knows I'm going to do it. If anybody's going to do it, I'm going to twist it around. All right. Now you need 3 large eggs, by the way. Mix your Melba toast with black pepper. If you can't find or make Melba toast, use their crackers, Jewish crackers, and that'll pretty much do it. We're going to put this to the side. I don't need this, so that can go in there. I'm going to use my bowls. We need another bowl. Let me get this out of the way. All right, now the next thing we need, I'm going to tell you, we need Dijon mustard and 3 eggs, and they're going to go, and we're going to whisk those together in another bowl. I have so many things around the house, you begin to wonder. Especially in my kitchen. I still have not gotten my ice cream machine down. My sons keep on telling me they're going to help me, but they have not done it as of yet. So we're going to crack 3 eggs into another bowl. Here's the crackers and pepper. If you have Melba toast, you're doing better than me. Yes, I save the eggshells and I clean them up, dry them, blend them up, and I throw them in the garden. Leaving them whole like a shell is more difficult for the plants to get to it, so I break it down easier for them. And we need 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Now where did I just put the Dijon mustard? I had it. Well, that's why I hate these things. That's why I do my own. Here's 1. That's why I make my own mustard. These jars cannot take a beating. And I beat my jars. I tear them up. Thank God I made mustard. Fork. I don't have everything out yet because I'm between the wash and the ironing and everything else and taking care of everything. I didn't get time together, put everything together, which is typical. I get so busy. I want you to mix this thoroughly. If you have a whisk, you can use a whisk. But remember, hold your fork like this if you're using it, so when you come down and up. Combine thyme and chives in a small. How many bowls do I need to do this? Okay, you need thyme and chives, and I'll be back. Okay, they want a tablespoon of each. So my tablespoon is wet, so I'll use teaspoons for my measurement. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got those done. I know we're going to have a lot of bowls. We have the crumbs, we have the egg, and now we have the seasoning. I'm just moving everything out of the way. Now what do I need to do? If you don't have thyme and chives, you can use rosemary with scallions. All right, they want 12 ounces of a firm goat cheese. Here we go. All right, we got a nice firm one they asked for. This is 16 ounces. How many ounces do you want? 12. Okay, we're gonna have to work on this one. Oh, I got my, it's all over here. What am I doing? All right. This is 16. Half of 16 is 8. And then half of 8 is 4. 4 and 8 is 12. Might be a little off, but I don't think so. Not enough to scream about. Okay, we got that. Oh. Put a bag and put that in. As you can see, goat cheese has water in it. All right, now what do you want us to do? As I run back and forth and you're watching me do a... All right, they want 12 pieces. Let's see. If I do half, and I do half, okay, that's 4. And you want 12 pieces, so now I have to do it in thirds. Okay, I got 12 pieces. By the way, these dishes I make, they're not complicated. Some of them are time consuming, but they're very easy. If my sons can make them, I know you can make them, without a shadow of a doubt. So what do you want me to do with these? Roll each ball in herbs to coat lightly, then transfer the balls to the egg mixture and then into the breadcrumbs. Okay, then transfer balls to Melba crumbs and turn each ball to coat, pressing crumbs into the cheese. Flatten each ball into a disc and set on a baking sheet. Okay, I got a baking sheet. Set a firm one and roll this into a ball. Okay, we're going to try. This is not rolling into a ball. It's crumbling. Don't worry, I'm working on it. It needs a binder in it. This is not going to hold it together. See, it's not holding. Okay. I know feta cheese is goat cheese. Now, I already know that. But this is not going the way you want it to. Every time I ask for goat cheese, they give me feta cheese, okay. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be easy. You're going to have to work at this. Oh, it fell apart again. I don't know how this is going to work. Put you in the egg, that might hold you together with breadcrumbs. Still wants to fall apart. Okay, that's one. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to hold together well. I'm just going to have to really press it and just keep on going and hope for the best. At least I can see why they want you to freeze it. That makes sense. Press the seasonings in, some they're not going to hold. All right, I'm going to warn you right now. As you handle the cheese with your hands, you'll see that it's a little easier to mold. Not much, but a little easier, as you can see. I am going to continue doing these to the best of my ability. I'll probably spend a half hour to an hour trying to get these things to work. So I will be back. I think next time I make this recipe, I'm going to get my biscuit cover out and cut circles and hang this up. It's not sticking yet. Okay, I'm on the last one, and I'm finding out you squeeze the water out of it and keep working it till it gets warm, and then it takes somewhat of a shape. So it stays crumbly till I work it and work it and work it. It seems I get it warm, and then I can mold it into what I have to do. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I have to work it. Some you have to work longer than others. That's what I'm actually doing, is working it with my hands, trying to soften it up so I can work with it. I should tell you that. See, they like to leave all these little things out, and then we're struggling through it. Then I press the seasonings into it again. Dip it in the egg, and then the crumbs. I only needed a cup. Why did they tell me 2 cups? I'll show you them in a minute. Now we are going to have to, I'm going to show them to you, but I have to read something. Now you're going to sit there we have to freeze them, so we're going to put them in the freezer for 30 minutes. But here's mine. Not the greatest, but I came close, okay? Can't say I didn't come close. They're not level, but anyway, I'm going to go put mine in the freezer. I have to stay there 30 minutes. Okay, we're going to make the vinaigrette for this while those things are in the freezer. You need 2 tablespoons of wine vinegar. Okay. And we need a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. As you see, we're using a lot of Dijon mustard. It must go well with goat. And what do we need next? 1/4 tablespoon, 1/4 teaspoon, Sandra. 1/4 teaspoon salt. Alright, what else do you want here? A shallot. 1 teaspoon minced shallot. So I guess I'm only going to take one of these off. That's the bigger one. We'll take the smaller one, which is what I need for this. They want this minced. Tell you, the hardest part was getting that cheese molded. It really, really was. Just that stupid cheese. As you can see, I was not happy with that cheese. All of that in. Got the vinegar, the Dijon, the Charlotte, the table salt. We need 6 tablespoons of oil, and they say extra virgin olive oil. They say drizzle it as I do that. I am not drizzling it. Not going to emulsify that well, so don't think it will. See how it comes together? They want you to add pepper to this after you do this. They want you to add some pepper to this. They don't tell you how much. They just say season with pepper to taste, so you're going to have to taste it and make a judgment call on your pepper. That's fine. I added a half a teaspoon of black pepper for me. I don't know what yours is. It has a bite to it, but the greens we're going to be using, I guess this would be just perfect with the greens that we're going to be putting in here. Or using, I should say, in the salad. Now let me get my salad bowl and salad, and I'll be back. Okay, we're going to be putting rucola. I'm mixing the dressing again. The rucola is what they need for this salad. They said it needs a bite. So arugula's got a bite on it, so that'll do the job. Make sure I can get to that page again. And do you know where we got our grocery stores from? Our pantries. Women had pantries. That was our grocery store. So we went into the pantry. We had all the food, all the seasonings, all the dry goods, and everything that we needed was right there at our fingertips. And when your husband went hunting, he would smoke that meat and stuff, make sausages and stuff, kielbasa's, whatever he could. So all that meat was in storage as well. And she dehydrated, and she did all of this. And you think about it, they stole that from us, women. They make a mint off of it. And they say, see, it's so much easier if you just go to the grocery store. But they took our canning away from us. This is where the big companies have made money. They took it and they said, look, it makes your life easier, because mankind's nature, the nature of mankind, I don't care who you are, we are lazy creatures. And that's a horrible thing to say, but we are. We're very lazy. If we weren't lazy, we would get up and do it on our own. So imagine you've done all that canning, and you have the potatoes and stuff done. You got your husband got the meat ready. He fixed it up. It's smoked. It's hanging around. You got your food dehydrated, your vegetables and everything. The only thing you can't put in the pantry is apples, fresh apples. That's why they would can the apples, because apples put out a chemical that would rot the rest of the food in there. They would have barrels of sugar and flour, and not different sugars. They would take their white sugar and they would make brown sugars, light and dark. They would make confectionery sugars. They would make their sweet creams and stuff. Everything was there at their fingertips. So when they went into their pantry, that's their shopping. They could go, they'd say, I'm going to make this dish. So they go into the pantry and they look and say, I'll do this, a little bit of this and this, and they take it up, and that's it. So you think about how much we have lost, and you get upset that these companies make millions of dollars. Well, it's because you gave it away. You didn't want to do it. And I'm putting it into the salad bowl now. And that's what happened. So the women who still can, and I feel, I'm going to tell you, when I get done canning and I have the meals and everything sitting around, I am so happy because the food is ready. It's all there. You get hungry, it's right there. We can go and help ourselves. But I do tell them, I do control a lot of it, because women had to control it to last that long. So I do tell them, don't go crazy, you know. They have to ask me, Mommy, what can I take? And I'll tell them, you can have this because I got extra of this or something. But they used to make their own syrups. You think they got the maple syrup and stuff. They had the chickens, they had the fresh eggs. Then they could have chickens as well, fried chicken and stuff. He'd come home with venison, elk, rabbit, quail, whatever he could find, and hunted. He'd bring that food in. There was food all over the place, not only in the pantry, but you'd have some food hanging in the kitchen, like garlic would hang into the kitchen. You would see food made constantly. It was really something. And when you've done all that, there is a pride in here that you cannot take away. Now set your oven at, move your rack to the highest you can get it, and turn your oven to 475. what you're going to do is we're going to leave those in the freezer until we're ready for them. Now, we are going to, I guess, basically bake them till they brown. Hope they hold together during that time. But anyway, as soon as my oven gets hot, we'll take care of that next step. Okay, I told you to put your shelf as high as you can. Turn your oven on to 475. Now you're going to put them in the oven for 7 to 9 minutes, and that's it. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, when you press them and they're soft, they're done. The crackers did not brown on mine. They also state to get them off, you have to put them on a paper towel with and take them off with a very thin metal spatula. This is the thinnest one I have. You showing up?
Yes.
Okay.
He's just sitting on the bed.
Okay, well, he's getting his bearings. It will fall apart if you don't use a thin spatula. You're very right about that. So be very careful. Okay, mine did not brown as much as I wanted, but anyway, they're done. Now, how do you do it? You take your vinaigrette. Hold on a minute, I got butter. Now, how do you serve it? You take the salad and toss it with the vinaigrette. Then you take some of those and you lay it on the salad, and that's how it's served. So that's pretty much it. So you take care. I've got some chicken cutlets I have to do.